And you're watching Days with Casper. Unfortunately today I am pretty sick, but I have boards to make, so I'm going to be here and try to bear with it with you guys. We've got a big stack of boards here to shape, and we're going to see how far I can get with them. Real quickly here, I'm going to share this to a couple other platforms. Thank you guys if you're watching this from later. Thank you for boosting my watch hours. And 1 second here. What's up, Juggalo? What's up, Casper's Keeper? Hello? What's up, Casper's Keeper? Casper's Keeper went ahead and put the link to the Discord in my bio there. I'm going to share this really quickly here to Instagram, and then we'll get started. All right, good morning, guys. All right, good morning, guys. Already knocking stuff over at the beginning of the live here. All right, so we've got a stack of boards here to get going with. Starting off with a brand new shape. If you're unfamiliar with what you're watching, this is Life Skateboards being made. Here at Life Skateboards, we make all the boards in-house. We press the boards, we shape the boards, we do everything. So today we're just going to be shaping. I'm going to see how far I can get. I am not feeling too well, so awesome, Juggalo. And Juggalo, there is another Discord for mods, so send me a message on Instagram and I'll get you in there. Just removing some tape off of these boards so we don't have to later. And then we'll throw the respirator on and get going here. What's up, Josiah? Thank you for tuning in. Last night we went out to the White Barn and filmed a great video with Chuck, Luke, Mysterio, our buddy Nick from Richmond, and Dustin from Richmond. So I need to edit that and get it posted. It was a great time. I'm sick, so I'm probably gonna have a good amount of time to be editing that. Sorry guys, I'm not doing too well, so we're gonna see how long this goes. I was considering not doing a live, but I told you guys I'd do it, so here I am. Let's go ahead and get started with this brand new shape here. So this shape is a combination of the Agro Extreme and the Rocket. This guy right here is pretty wild. This is called the Gusto. Not sure if it's been added yet or not, but keep an eye out for that. You can find these boards at lifeskateboard.com if you're unfamiliar with it. At lifeskateboard.com, you can pick your shape, size, graphic, wheelbase, whatever you want. We'll make it for you, and it's made to last, not pretty trash. So Sam went ahead and cut out the shape. If you're unfamiliar with the steps of what I'm about to do, this edge needs to be at a 90 with the concave so that I can round it off here and continue to clean it up on the rest of the steps here. And once again, not doing too well today, so bear with me if I'm having a hard time talking, continuing to answer your questions or whatever. Thank you. Yeah, this was one of my first attempts at printing this. I think this is like 3 years old. We're using a different fabric ink, but these are all with Lino blocks that we can apply to the boards, including this little knife guy here that faded pretty bad on me. Always experiment on your own stuff. All right, so we're gonna bring this edge to a 90 with the concave. I shaped one of these on Friday, and the majority of the time we can get everything on the edge with the belt sander, but I want to take this over to the Orbital, clean up the curved edges so that it doesn't have any bumps when we bring it on the router. Ooh. Probably when I can see the land on that El Toro tray flip that it should have happened, it'll probably be Jocelyn. That's my opinion. going back and actually cleaning up that tray flip is pretty wild. All right, so we are just cleaning up these edges, removing any bumps on there before we take it to the edge router. Once again, this is a new shape. I'm just doing this to seal here. All I'm doing with this is saving myself some cleanup down the line. Perfect. All right, now we'll move on to my favorite step to show you guys, which is the edge router. Well, yeah, of course, Dale One Song is #1, but we're talking about a specific clip. You know he's waiting to put that out till the end of the year so that he can get Skater of the Year. Smart strategy right there. All right, so this is the step where the edge gets rounded. Yeah, if you use the aggro rails, it's going to match up to this here. So let me show you. The aggro rails were designed by Lil Johns to match this shape. Now, this is a template, not a board. And all of the aggro combinations are just these edges brought in. So the rails are going to match those curves. Those rails are available on our website. And once again, those were made by Lil Jon specifically for us, which is awesome. Yeah, this is actually a new shape right here. Really quickly here, I've got to air up the bladder in here. This has an air bladder in it. Let me go grab the compressor, hose, and turn the compressor on. And once again, guys, I'm not feeling too good today, so I apologize if I'm not talking very well or being as interactive as normal. Considered not going live today, but I told you guys I would, so here we are. All right, let's move you guys over this way. Whoops. Why plywood? So really quickly here before we get started with this, today we are not pressing boards, we're just shaping them. Here is how your boards start out. It's going to be 7 pieces of maple, 2 of those, 2 of these, and 5 of these. And then they're going to get pressed to make their concave. 2 of those have grains going the opposite direction so that it gives it strength in every direction. You can go check my recent reel if you want to watch me skateboarding. I'm working right now, buddy. Yep, maple, but specifically Great Lakes or Canadian maple. All right. There's that. Yeah, Canada gave us some really good stuff with great wood and great syrup, right? Thank you, Canada. Done with the drum there, and we'll move on to the Mac wheel and then the Orbital. Hi there, Mom's Christmas special. So I'm making a board specifically that a customer ordered. We make all kinds of boards here. We've got over 100 shapes. You can check those out at lifeskateboard.com. If you can think of it, we probably make it. Alrighty, let's move over to the Orbital where I can take the respirator off and actually respond to you guys a little bit more consistently here. So, I did see a comment that said, those are 80s cruisers boards. Well, we make everything. In the rest of this stack here, you're gonna see popsicles be made. You're gonna see some newer funky shapes that have square tops on them. And you're gonna see a twin and a youth popsicle because we make everything here at Life Skateboards. And we make them in-house. Whew. All right, let's drag you guys over here. Thank you, it is pretty wild, right? So it's a combination of two shapes that we've had here at Life Skateboards for a while. Sorry, this tripod's getting a little chunky when I try to move it. It's a combination of the rocket and the aggro on our new monster wide press. I think it's pretty rad. So this final step here is just bringing everything to a 150, removing any excess glue that none of the other tools could reach, and cleaning up the rails. Watch this. Boop. Hidden from my channel. See, we're here to talk about skateboards. Sometimes we talk about sobriety, helping people and things like that. If you want to just pop in here and cause negativity, I'm just going to go ahead and remove you from being able to access me. How many do we go through? Pads, not that many. The discs themselves, they make it through about 2 or 3 boards. If you have any questions about skateboards, skateboarding, and things like that, it's pretty fun. My day's all right. Yes, we do make longboards. We've got 2 different concaves. We've got a drop down and a flat longboard. Hamburger. There you go. I got you. I can definitely make you one. Just go to lifeskateboard.com and order a board. You can pick out from over 100 shapes. You can choose your wheelbase. You can choose whatever you want. Check us out, lifeskateboard.com. How's the ventilation in there? It's all right. How long have I been making boards? I've been working for Life for about 4 years now. The company has been around since 2012. Sam Cook, the owner and operator of Life Skateboards, who also makes all the templates, handles all the orders, and cuts out all the shapes. He applies the majority of the graphics as well. He had a skate shop in the early 2000s and started making boards in 2012. I sure do. We use Great Lakes or Canadian maple. It's the best wood to be used for skateboards. We press the boards ourselves, glue the boards by hand, and do everything ourselves. Do we make e-boards? No, but we make skateboards. The thing that makes an e-board is the motor. Now we have before taken a long pan head, which is one of our shapes, and made a datum so that somebody could put a motor in it. But no, I make skateboards. You can make it an e-board if you want to. Thank you. Yeah. So the shop is actually located in New Palestine now. We moved from Muncie. What's really funny is we have a 4.8 star rating. If you go and check our reviews, we've got 2 1-star reviews. One of those is someone that thinks that a skateboard manufacturer should let the public in at any point in time, and so we should have hours posted. If you check there, it says, if somebody would let me know when they open, I'll change my review. You just got to contact us. And then the other negative review is someone who said that our concave is too deep, which is something we're very proud of. They actually took the time to measure how deep our concave was, which is something that I've never done. I went ahead and quoted that review for an ad because they took the time to measure the concave that we're really, really proud of. I'm really glad I prepared this for the live. Oh, you're in Louisville? Awesome. I love making it down to the Armstrong Extreme Park. Yep, this is a Festool vacuum system. You're gonna watch me put a respirator on for the rest of the process here. But because about 30 people think they know more than me and tell me to put a mask on when they don't pay attention to what I'm doing, I went ahead and wrote that note to prepare it. And if you'll pay attention, this is a mirrored screen. So I actually took the time to write this backwards for you guys. That's why the handwriting sucks so bad. We have a 14.6 inch XXXL pan head. We made that board because we looked at the extremely large boards on the market that Slappy had made trucks to match and realized that the concave sucks. It looks like there's a popsicle in the middle and it satellite dishes out to the edge, so we made an extremely wide board with really good concave. The website is lifeskateboard.com. Somebody said that's pretty good for backwards. Thank you. If you know how our graphics are done here at Life Skateboards, I have a little bit of practice writing and doing artwork backwards because of the Lino blocks. Let me give myself a little bit more room here. There's a couple of stacks of boards, and the boards are always stacked in their own concave so that nothing warps. They're just in my way there. I don't like working in a cramped space. That's the stuff on my sleeve. So this, a while back, I tried to print some shirts for myself with the wrong ink. So that's just some ink. But now we have better fabric ink, and now we can print with those Lino blocks and it sticks. Yeah, and we can do that if you want us to, but we're not gonna do that. There's some companies that still make those. There's somebody made a locker board like that. We have little tiny boards too that would fit like that, but we don't put a handle in them. And I'm going to be focusing on getting these rails touched up here, so I'm not going to be able to focus on the chat while I'm doing these bumps here. But quick shout out to my mods for keeping everything civil in there when I can't pay attention to it. You guys rock. Juggalo, Casper's Keeper, Grey Jedi, thank you all. How much is the cheapest board? $75 for a popsicle. Remember, if you're looking for a value and not considering quality, you're looking at the wrong place. You do need to make a vacuum sander. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of vacuum systems. I would maybe not have to wear a respirator on the rest here if we had a good vacuum system hooked up to everything, but I'd rather throw the respirator on for those steps. Once we get that figured out, I'm sure it'll be a little easier. Testic, I think you should go to lifeskateboard.com and look at our over 100 shapes. I think you're confusing longboard with, I don't even know. We've got all kinds of different shapes. Whatever you're referring to as a longboard, maybe you're confusing shaped boards with the idea of a longboard, but we've got tons of stuff here. You can also combine the nose and tail of multiple shapes. You just got to talk to us. We do make longboards, but I think what you're asking about is a shape that starts off as a popsicle and changes into something else. My signature shape, the Casper 3.0, has a rounded off popsicle tail with a knuckle nose and curves in the center. Once again, you can go to lifeskateboard.com and check out our over 100 shapes that are on there. And always remember, you can choose your wheelbase, you can choose your ply number, you can choose your graphic, the color ink. You can even ask us to roll the bottom of your board whatever color you want. And then we're going to apply those graphics with Lino block, clear coat it, and then send it to you. Thank you. Our website guy, Ben, did a really good job with that site. He built that from scratch. He is rad. clicks and we'll move on to the rest of them. The reason you guys don't see graphic application here on the lives, this is a big metal box here. Right up the driveway is the printing and shipping studio. I try to make shorts of the process so you guys can see it. Eventually we'll make the Wi-Fi extend out that way. But I don't like losing you guys when I step outside. And unfortunately, the lives without Wi-Fi do not work very well. But if you guys want to catch these lives all the time, make sure you subscribe. If you can double tap the screen for me if you like what you're watching, let YouTube know. Share this with your friends if you think they'd like this. And we'll continue going here. The next board we have here is going to be a youth 6-ply popsicle. Now this is going to be a board with kicks that are closer together, our same great concave, and it's 6-ply standard to make it a little lighter for the kiddos. Hey there, Scott, watch this. Boop. Hide user from the channel. We're here to talk about skateboards. If you're so obsessed with vanity that on a Sunday around noon you're bothered by somebody sharing their work with you, you can go ahead and get going. Get out of here. Oh, look at that. 2 people got kicked from my channel. I didn't even see you, buddy. Bye-bye. I think the vacuum is enough. Do I know that the Festool vacuum system hooked up to an Orbital sander through the, you know, end where it collects all the dust is enough? Yes, I know that's enough. Once again, this is how skateboards should be made, not ignorant people telling someone doing their job how to do it. Let's continue anyway. Respirator. I hardly know her. Watch this. I'm going to throw it on. So these aren't boards on the wall. These are actually templates. So as you can see, these are flat and they're made out of plywood, flat plywood. This is how the shapes are cut out. So this is attached to and uncut through the truck holes, and then it's ran along the bearing on the router, and then the shape comes out. Hide user from channel. Thanks, buddy. Bye-bye. With this board being a 6-ply and this being set up for 7-ply thickness, you're going to watch me tilt the board back just a little bit. That way it doesn't take off too much material while I'm shaping. Boop. Thank you guys, I appreciate you. What's the most popular skateboard shape we sell? Probably our twins sell pretty well. So these are Great Lakes or Canadian maple. Always Great Lakes or Canadian maple. Maple's the best, most malleable and strong wood to use. You want Great Lakes or Canadian because you want slow growth, long winters, tight grains. I'm going to get to my favorite step here, which is making the board's edge round. And we're going to get over here to the next step. Thank you guys. Yeah, I really love it when people get in here and share their experience. Brutal is Jake Daney, one of the newest riders for the team. Please go check him out on Instagram. He just posted, he outdid himself. What was it, last week he did tray flip in, laser flip out. Now he did laser flip in, tray flip out. Or if I got those backwards, it's insane. He's an insane skateboarder, and I'm very happy to have him as a teammate. Bring you over to the Mac wheel here. Great today. I usually have issues with them, but... And don't forget, guys, double tap the screen if you're liking what you're watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch these. I have nothing like a schedule, so you just gotta catch it. Get over here for the Orbital. As soon as I compliment the mic stops being consistent. Making skateboards. How do we get the bends in the wood? So we actually press the boards ourselves. It starts out as 7 pieces of veneer. This one is 6 because it's for a kiddo. But we roll the glue by hand. You've got 5 vertical grains and 2 horizontal grains. They get put in the press. The press gives them their concave. They're under pressure for 24 hours and then cure for 7 days in a stack of their own concave to cure. I'm sorry, before the shape is cut out. I apologize, guys. I'm sick today, so if I'm having trouble talking or things, so thank you for bearing with me here. From Argentina, thank you. Are we hiring? No, it would be awesome if this was a full-time for me. I'm the sole hourly employee here. You guys can end up giving me more work by buying more boards. No, we're not hiring. How many times do I have to talk about the concave? A lot. Does it bother me? No, I love it. It's one of the things we're most proud of here at Life Skateboards. Of course, I mean, no. Each board is pressed, so you get a big rectangle that's already pressed into the concave, and then we cut the shape out. Thank you. Yeah, I love the boards. I love talking about the concave for it, but I will always explain it. It's something that people don't understand, especially if they don't skate. There's a lot of people that I've ran into that think that it's one piece of wood carved out. We evolved past that in the 70s. Yeah, we evolved past that in the 70s. fun, isn't it? Can I make a fingerboard? I'm sure we can. We just don't. We make really good skateboards here. If you want to know somebody that makes really cool fingerboards, check out Robotop on Instagram. Oh, buddy, I'm a little confused. Where can you get a nice chunk of wood? Lifeskateboard.com. Are there any differences in the material? As far as the way the boards are made, the industry has kind of changed processes. As far as graphic application, they use heat to heat transfer it on there, which isn't good for the board. We are under the impression that 7-ply of maple with good concave is the best way to make a skateboard. The feel is better, and all wood construction feel is better for me. I personally like it. Our customers love it. So has our method changed? No. There are other companies that have tried to add other materials to kind of counter the issues with boards not lasting very long. We just tried to make the best all wood construction board we can. You know, salute to those guys that are trying to make boards last longer, but we're doing it out of wood, so. The wheels make it go round, that's for sure. Yeah, see, maple is the tried and true best type of wood to make skateboards out of. It's malleable, strong, and you want it from the Great Lakes or Canadian area because then it'll have long winters and slow growth, so it gives it tight grain. Life Skateboards, we apply all of our graphics with hand-carved Lino blocks, not a heat transfer. We have a local artist, majority Ben Blakely. He's going to carve a relief image into it, kind of like a big stamp, and then we use those stamps to apply the graphics with Lino block ink from Speedball ink. You can see examples of those on Life Skateboards 1010 on Instagram, or you can go to lifeskateboard.com and cycle through all the graphics. Thank you guys. Once again, maple is the best way to make wood, best way to make skateboards. There are some places that have experimented with exotic or different types of woods on the bottom ply. However, we have a very deep and impressive concave, so if you start to get into split veneers or exotic woods, it's not going to be a very strong veneer and it's likely going to split on the bottom ply. We don't like to make flat boards here. Do I ride skateboard? Well, yes, I do. I've been skateboarding for about 22 years now. If you go to my shorts, you can check the kickflip to fakie and frontside flip from the barn ramp last night. I've got a video that I need to edit of me and the homies skating over at the barn ramp last night. It was a good time. Nope, I'm never gonna quit skateboarding. You don't get old because you don't quit skateboarding because you get old. You get old because you quit skateboarding. Jay Adams. I'll skate till the day I die. The issue with some people is they just stop moving, and that makes them slow down in skateboarding. Whatever you want to do graphics for skateboards, you're going to listen to me rant for a little bit. There's a bunch of companies out there that focused on making either custom or photorealistic images using a process called heat transfer, and the majority of the industry does use a heat transfer. What is a heat transfer? It's where you take this board and you roll it through a roller, and that roller has a lot of heat, and then it melts the image that you had on a piece of plastic to the board. Do you know what weakens the bond between wood and glue? heat. That's why you don't leave your board in your car on a hot day. So while that's a super easy process, it damages the skateboard. The industry understands that our customer base knows that their product is going to break, so they don't really attribute it to the process. We do. So if you want to do graphics for boards or anything like that, maybe move to screen printing, lino block, silk screening, anything but a heat transfer, and you're going to do it. Oh my goodness. Man, I'm really glad I wrote this backwards for you guys. It was somebody's idea on my last live to write this backwards for you guys. Tootie BB has never skated a life board before, and lying about a company, they're junk. Who are you, Tootie? Any board is breakable, but go ahead and tell me about it real quick. Tell me about your experience. Which shape did you ride? Answer me real quick. Hurry. Hurry up. Which shape? The Rodney Mullen, so that's not a shape that we have here at Life Skateboards. So traditional, again, not a shape we have here at Life Skateboards. If you'd like to bullshit elsewhere, thank you very much. Hidden from the channel. Don't lie on the internet, guys. I'm gonna find ways to call you out. He couldn't answer. He said the Rodney Mullen and the traditional. Two shapes we don't have here at Life Skateboards. Yeah, don't lie about our product. I'll kick you out real quick. You see, here at Life Skateboards, if you have a complaint about our boards or you have an issue with the product, there's only 2 of us here. So you're going to talk to one of us about the issue. And we're going to likely make it right. We guarantee against DLAM here at Life Skateboards. Our boards last a really long time. If there's an issue with the board, it's probably our fault. And that's very rare, but we're going to make it right. So don't be a Brad. You'll start to look like a before picture on a Bosley commercial. I sure did. Start with the goal of doing something better than what the industry is doing. Never give up, because it's a lot of trial and error, and you're going to have problems with your first mold, I promise you. I wasn't here for that part of the process here, but I do understand it's a lot of trial and error. So you're going to want to make sure you stick with it. It's going to be difficult. You're going to run into issues, but don't give up and keep trying to make a better product than the rest of the industry offers. What's my opinion about blind skateboarders? Like the visually impaired skateboarders? That's freaking awesome. Skateboarding is this beautiful thing that offers an example of persistence in every face of adversity. Adaptive skateboarding in itself, whether that be visual, hearing, or even physical impairments, don't stop anybody in skateboarding. Felipe Nunez has no legs below the knees and he rides for vans. I mean, like, not only does skateboarding give people that are facing adversity an opportunity to overcome that adversity in an amazing way, but it gives them a great sense. I mean, Felipe Nunez has to have a good sense of humor to accept that sponsorship. But I don't know. Adaptive skateboarding is awesome. Blind skateboarders that's freaking amazing. I mean, not being able to see the coping and still being able to walk into it is wild. That One Love guy that talks about skateboarding all the time on Instagram, love that dude. Oh, Johnny, I'm gonna go ahead and hide you from the channel. You're cussing me out when I can't see you. Bye-bye. Bye. See you, bud. I do like that dude a lot. Oh, you were talking about Blind, the company that went out of business? I thought you were actually talking about something serious. So first of all, Blind doesn't make skateboards. They were using Dwindle to make skateboards, the company that outsourced production to China. And then Dwindle went out of business and sold all their overstock to Always Discount Bargain Store. Is that what you're referring to? Because you're talking about a company that's not in business at all. Okay, all right, so you, Bruno, I was right there. I was confused. Is the audio cutting out for anyone else? Please let me know if it is, because this mic should be working. I've got an indicator light right here. But all right, we are going to get to making this other board here. Sorry, guys. So this one's a double knuckle. It's mellow, and it's a 6-ply. I know who it's for, and I cannot wait to do the graphic on it. It's all right, Jimmy. I was confused. Hi there, Airwalker. You don't have children. Bye-bye. So I actually work with a lot of the kids in the community, but that's fine with you, buddy. Don't be a Brad. You'll start looking like a before commercial from a Bosley. I'm sorry, before picture from a Bosley commercial. If I'm gonna insult people, I better get my words together first. Sorry. Anyway, let's throw the respirator on and get going here. I do not fingerboard. I don't fingerboard. Look at these hands, man. I'm missing a knuckle on my pinky. Impact boards, you wouldn't need to. You wouldn't need to add anything extra besides maple if you made the boards correctly. It's all right, Bruno. We make boards of all size for everybody. So that's the cool thing about skateboarding. It's a very personal activity. So whatever you want is what you're gonna get. Jimmy, are you trying to be a smartass or what's up? All right. Wood and glue is how a good skateboard's made. Other companies use fiberglass, carbon fiber, and things like that to make up for the shortcomings on the process. You don't have to do that here at Life Skateboards because we care about the life and quality of your skateboard. Yep, it's maple veneer. Great Lakes or Canadian maple. That shape's your favorite? Yeah, I love it too. Jerry gets this every time. I love it. 6-ply double knuckle with a mellow concave. I don't personally like the mellow concave that we make, but we make it because some people want it. Just another example of skateboarding being very personal. I'm very proud of our extremely deep concave. However, some people wanted mellow, so we made mellow. To know this guy is going to get rolled black, like it's a black dipped board when it's done, and then I'm going to have a lot of fun with the graphics. They ordered a Casper collage, which is an option for graphics here at Life Skateboards. You can get a collage and then Sam's going to just use a bunch of different graphics, or you can get a Casper collage and then I'm going to do my thing on there. I'll roll background complementing patterns, double print the graphic, make it pop, things like that. Get any excess glue I can reach without compromising the edge of the board. Looks like we're going to get that tape off with the Orbital now. Alright, so we're going to take this over to the Mac wheel into the chat over on the Orbital. And we disconnected the mic by accident there. There you go. Alright, let's go ahead and move this guy back over here. And we will move on to the Orbital now. Ooh. That is pretty weird. How much does a board typically, if you're paying $30 for a skateboard, you're getting a piece of crap, my friend. $75 for popsicles from us, and then shapes go up from there. You can get those at lifeskateboard.com. Yep, that's correct. There is some of our larger boards, which would be the 14.6-inch boards, are going to be $130. Oh, Jimmy, once again, are you being a smartass or are you asking real questions? Insane. No, go check the size of a 14.6-inch board with horrible concave on the market right now. That's really silly. Oh, I don't know how I handle them either, Jake. They're stupid. They're very dumb. Jimmy, I'm going to go ahead and kick you off my channel. I don't like the ignorance there. Quick kickflip. There you go. Jerry, your board got kickflip before you got it. I know, man, it's so weird, Jake. I don't know if it's their ears that's a problem, if it's their listening that's a problem, or if it's their interactions with a local bald bitter man that's a problem. But they've definitely got a problem. I know, dude. So what you're saying is back in my day, boards used to be a certain price. So that's actually the problem that we're facing right now in the skateboarding industry. And I was working in a skate shop that's guilty of it. So skate shops were trying to keep board prices low when they should have been increasing over a long period of time. They were using shoe sales to make up for that number. And then the board prices had to skyrocket to meet where they were supposed to be. That's why boards are so expensive, because we didn't see a slow increase in prices. They tried to keep the prices down, and then they finally reached where they needed to be. Oh, Jimmy was annoying the living shit out of me, Juggalo. Thank you, guys. Yeah, that was where it was the shoe prices. It's something that the average skateboarder didn't notice was happening. And what's crazy is these are craft boards, and they're starting to reach the price of other boards. Jimmy annoyed me. Taught me how to make skateboards. That would be Sam Cook, the owner and operator of Life Skateboards. It's just me and him here making boards. No. So what you're at, if you start asking about brands of skateboards, I'm not going to be able to answer that. What you should ask about is board makers. So who's their manufacturer? Go look up who the manufacturer for DGK is. Let me know, and I'll answer your question for you. Thank you, guys. $70 for popsicles, and then shapes go up from there. You can check all prices at lifeskateboard.com. Again, that is lifeskateboard.com. I did get some skating in last night, thank God. We got over to the barn yesterday. We filmed a pretty good video. I've got to edit it. That I need to edit. How many decks? However many ordered. I'm confused. We're located in New Palestine, Indiana, just 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. Takes about 20 minutes to get here from my place in the morning. How many decks have I made? That is an unanswerable question. That is a very unanswerable question. I have no clue. It's like asking me how many breaths I've taken. Something I keep track of. It's just something I love. DGK is made in Mexico, so if you're referring to Mexico, I assume you're referring to PS Sticks, a company that is ran by Paul Schmidt, a guy who talks about nanotubes existing in skateboards that don't exist in skateboards because they don't exist in nature. The guy who talks about 19 people touching his skateboard before they reach your feet. Here at Life Skateboards, we've got less fingers touching your skateboard. We got 18. So there's my opinion. Somebody upset that I called out nanotubes? Nanotubes do not exist in skateboards, and he consistently refers to them as if they do. If you know what a nanotube is a man-made material. It's a coil of carbon molecules, the strongest material known to man, so suggesting that that isn't a skateboard is just false advertisement. However, if he puts on a lab coat, you guys believe him and you don't argue with him. My setup is a Life Skateboards Casper 3.0 with DKL grip tape, Ace 55s, Speed Lab wheels, and Superfly bearings. Hold on, let me look for him. Oh, whoa, hold on, I found him. Guys, I found it. I'm sorry, my bad. I was looking so hard and I couldn't find him. It was right here. Dang it. A nanotube is exactly right. Yeah. Nanotube. Oh yeah, that is definitely real. 100%. There is a person at the top of the skateboarding industry as far as manufacturing goes that suggests that nanotubes exist in skateboards. I have personally tried to ask him, are you talking about the vascular system of the maple plant? He won't answer me. But using the wrong words is apparently totally cool as long as you throw a lab coat on. That's a rant you guys don't normally get me on, so good job for that one. Asking me, who is currently handcrafting skateboards, if a person who rides another company's skateboards is the best on the market? That's silly. Nanotechnology cubes. Do we have a popsicle that's larger and longer? Yep. So just go to our website, lifeskateboard.com. We've got all kinds of stuff. We've got stuff that comes out of our long press that's a little bit, the kicks are a little bit further apart. And, Oh, thanks. Oh, Earl, unhide Earl. How long it take to apply the graphic depends on the graphic. If it's just a straight up graphic, it's just gonna be slap it on there and done. But sometimes we do double prints, other colors. Does it look like I robbed a bank? Because it does. I usually wait till the end to do these colored veneer boards. I need to get to continuing to make these boards, guys. You guys are really good at distracting me, but I'm sick and I'm moving slow today. I brought you back, man. It was just a confusion. It's okay, don't worry about it. My day's doing all right. I think we banned like 80 people on this live so far. Yeah, careful. My mods, if I don't catch it, I just let my mods run. But sometimes I catch it and I check what the message says. It's got to be a record. Like, my blocked and hidden list is so long on every social media platform. It's just because I don't tolerate it. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's whole point is to just bother me, why would I give them a window into my life? that that says stay lame. I wish they would listen to me. You can get one of these boards at lifeskateboard.com. We'll ship it right to you. Make it for underneath your feet. For sure, yeah, there's over 100 shapes on there. You're gonna get exactly what you want. For example, this is an awesome shape we have here at Life Skateboards, but this customer wanted it as a 6-ply and mellow. So those are some of the options there. You can choose your wheelbase, all kinds of stuff. Do we offer custom graphics? So I'm gonna go over this one more time, and then I'm probably not gonna talk about graphics again because I've talked about graphics so many times in the last 66 minutes. So we apply all of our graphics here with hand-carved lino blocks. You pick what the graphic is. We're gonna put the color. We're gonna apply it on there for you. You can get a collage of our graphics, or you can get a Casper collage, which is me double printing or rolling backgrounds on there. If you're talking about a photorealistic or heat transferred graphic, we don't like to ruin skateboards here at Life Skateboards, so we don't use heat transfers. No, it's all right, Alex. I would just try it. That was not directed at you. That was just me putting that out in general. So later I can say, hey, scroll back to 67 minutes into the live and you can see the explanation. Sound good? It is a really fun shape. Before I made my own shape, I was really liking the knucklehead shapes. And I actually made my own shape have a knuckle nose on it. This is just a template, not the board. But this is my shape that I designed. So it's got a knuckle nose, a popsicle tail, curves for your heel, and curves on the sides to make it ergonomic for grabs. But I love it. If you want to see it in action, you can go check my shorts that I posted yesterday. I think the only thing I got posted was a front side flip and kick flip to fakie in transition. But all right. Ooh, thanks for bearing with me here, guys. I am not feeling too well today, so grateful for all of you for tuning in and dealing with me while it feels like my head's in a bubble and I'm forgetting what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Thanks, Juggalo. It's all right. The cool thing about doing this work is I can tell the boss man that I'm not feeling well and I can just come in and make sure I work alone. That way the work still gets done, as long as I'm not deathly ill. But when I'm done here, I'm definitely gonna go home, lay down, edit. We're gonna go ahead and do 2 of these at a time. Easier to push popsicles through 2 at a time since they are easy. Popsicles are the easiest shape to make. Very fast. Let's bring you guys over here and we'll get these edges rounded off. Am I down with the sickness? Yeah. Sure I am. I don't know what it is. It feels like a really, really bad cold. I just got a horrible taste in my mouth. Talking is really exhausting. I'm gonna let you guys know that right now.
that so people can get upset that I'm not showing the whole process on my shorts. Drag you guys a little closer and give you a better angle, and do it again. How is riding the XXXL panhead board? It's really fun. If you scroll back far enough into my shorts, you can find me tray flipping the 13.6-inch board. They're really fun. Slappy made a really cool truck for it. That 13-inch is just really fun. Really fun to pump with, carve with. It's hard to not smile while you're skating that board. And if you go back into recent shorts, you can see Chuck Bennett nollie flipping the 13.6. What am I witnessing going on here? Oh, Scooby, I'm just going to go ahead and kick you from the channel. Cool beans? Thanks, man. Have a good day. Thank you, though. Oh, for brain surgery. Dang. So actually the owner and operator of this company had brain surgery. Nice little connections right there. Hey, Casper's Keeper, if people like to be dicks to each other in the chat like that, you can go ahead and kick them right away. You don't need to wait for me. I promise. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Did I win? I think I won. Hell yeah. Is that how you win that game? I don't know. People keep trying to play it in my chat. So I figured if you're trying to be a better counter than me, if I count higher, do I win? Is that how the game works? I don't know. When I was a kid, we had a game called The Game. And if you know what the game is, you just lost. Sorry. I'm smiling underneath this respirator because I know how many people just said, damn it! I lost the game. Sorry to those of you that haven't thought about the game in about a decade and you just lost the game. That's not my fault. That's your fault. I'm so sorry to you guys. That felt really good, Bo. Thank you. All right, let's get you guys over here. I think those are the numbers. Well, those are just numbers, guys. It's okay. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate you. No, yeah, there's never going to be a lack of haters or toxicity in general in the world, so it's just the way it is. There we go. White away. I like that. There you go. I'll be right back, guys. Like I said, I'm not feeling too well, so the mic's going to go right here, so you guys don't have to listen to me blow my nose. Be right back. Ooh, fuck. All right. Ooh. And I'm back. Yep, we are in Indiana, New Palestine, Indiana, just 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. No, these are templates for all of our shapes at Life Skateboards.
We've got we got over 100 shapes on the website. Check us out at lifeskateboard.com. You're in Vincennes. Didn't you guys just get an awesome park? Was that Vincennes that got that awesome hunger park? Yeah, guys, double tap that screen for me. Let's push those likes up over 200 for me. Crockett highs. I broke my spiral fractured my fibula, so I like my high top to keep the board away from the pin and plate in my ankle. Thank you, Amber. I remember you before you asked me. Before you asked, I remember you. It's going all right, guys. Sorry, I know Camden is going to say, do you remember me? I probably interrupt you typing in that. It's nice. I randomly remember some of these guys that pop in and out all the time. What's frustrating about these lives is you guys can't actually see the inconsistencies on this top ply that I'm removing with this. I don't know what language that is, but if you're using the word bizarre to describe our skateboards, thank you, I guess. And if bizarre is a false cognate? Is that the word for it? I'm sorry. Wow! Look at that! Casper's keeper helping me out in French. Thank you. Love you, babe. Thank you. Remember, guys, I barely speak English well enough. If you're trying to speak 2 languages at me, I'm proud of you. I wish I wasn't ignorant to all these languages. Now that I'm interacting with people all over the world, it would be pretty beneficial if I could talk to them all, right? Thank you so much. Did someone translate? Is that a translation or was that its own comment? Because I greatly appreciate it. My energy is fading real quick today. Probably our mid-twin or popsicles. People do stick with popsicles. But our mid-twin sells a lot. Our knucklehead. I do shape a lot of boards. Lately, it's been our extremely wide boards. We sold a bunch of my shape when we released it. We've got over 100 shapes, so it's really hard to keep track of what's the most popular, because things change a lot. Thank you. If you're a skateboarder, we got you. We can make you a twin of anything. So we've got twins on our website. We have a whole section of symmetrical boards. But let's say you like the tail of one board and you want it to be symmetrical, you just let us know and we're going to do it for you. What shape do I prefer to skate? I personally skate the Casper 3.0. I designed it for myself and people are loving it. So. More vertical or street? Probably park and all around. I'm not that good at vert skating. So vert skating is skating a vert ramp. A vert ramp is a ramp that actually goes vertical for at least 14 inches, which is a wheelbase. You want a full wheelbase because if you got less than 14 inches, your board's like this when it should be like this before it bonks off the coping. I've got drop-ins, really bad slashes, and stinky front side airs. But put me in a park or mini ramp and I'll have a lot of good time. Oh yeah, Casper's keeper keeps me in line. But she keeps you in line too. Wheelbase does matter. And that's why you choose whatever wheelbase you want. Is going to be around 14 inches. That's why I say you want 14 inches of vertical. Thank you. I think so too. So do our customers. To do on the popsicle, to do on the Orbital before we get back to shaping the rest of the stack. But I'm going to take you guys on a little tour into the next room. You can... .6-inch twin pop, that would be considered a standard. You're talking to the wrong guy about standard, but you can get whatever shape you want. If you want a popsicle, it's up to you. Remember, in my opinion, popsicles are not the easiest thing to skate. They were the easiest thing to make, so the industry fed that to you. But I would assume, yeah, listen to Brad there, Earl. Brad has been actually answering questions pretty well in there. I'm liking it. Good job, Brad. Really quickly here, I'm going to show you guys a wall of finished boards. Yeah, I know, because the industry fed it to you. These are all finished boards right here. Just some examples of how the graphics look. This is one of my old riders. I'm going to give you an example of wheel wells. That's something that we can do on your board right there. Ooh, this is one of our most popular graphics, which is the sturgeon. People love that one. I really like this dovetailed snake one, so much so that I got it tattooed on my hand. We also, do I not have a knife up on the wall? Yes, we do. Okay. We got the knife up on the wall as well. This guy right here. So this is an example of a faded print where we've got two different colors of ink that get rolled onto the same block and then applied on the same board. And then remember guys, those are finished boards, so those have deep concave. When you see all these shapes in this room, these are the templates for the board. So this is how the shape is cut out. The red one there, the popsicle, that's actually a youth popsicle. So you can kind of see from here the difference in size of a standard board and the youth boards. See there? And then this one right next to it, that's a blunt punk point. It's a twin youth pop. Agree with Brad. What's the easiest board to use? It's entirely up to you. Now, I personally think that something that would have a square tail and a rounded nose or something different between the two would be a good idea, which is why on my shape, I made a knuckled nose to give you some versatility on a square and 2 different angles on it, and a popsicle tail. So you can flip the board around and use either side. Thank you so much, Amber. I appreciate you. Double checking this, make sure everything is good there, good to go. And next we're just gonna touch this guy up here. So one of the reasons I don't wear gloves for any of this is running my hands along the board as we go is part of the quality control here. I'm constantly checking for any inconsistencies on the board and going back and cleaning it up if so. This is the final step of sanding before graphic application. All right, thank you, Casper's keeper. She's at home watching the doggo on this Sunday. I'm gonna go take Lori on a walk. If you guys don't know who Lori is our amazing little rescue dog. I volunteer with a nonprofit cleaning skate parks. And when I got to the park one morning, she was dumped in the parking lot. So we changed our whole lives to be able to bring her in, and we even have a graphic here at Life Skateboards for her. Sam went ahead and made a graphic to boost some sales, to give me some extra work so we could afford to move and keep her. That is a good question there. So we make youth boards, but we don't make them tiny. The kicks are closer together though. Let me show you the difference here. I happen to have one ready to go. So behind this board is let me back you guys up just a tiny bit so you can see this. We have a standard popsicle behind a youth popsicle here. So as you can see, it's gonna be a little bit shorter. The kicks are gonna be closer together, but it's gonna have that same great concave. We've got several shapes here at Life Skateboards for the kids. We've got them up on here on this wall. We've got a Youth Twin Popsicle, a Youth Punk Point, a Youth 1990, a Youth Twin, and the Douglas, another shaped youth board. So I would suggest trying those, but maybe one of those little tiny ones to get him into it at 2 years old. I'm not sure. Little Reed was skating our boards when he was, what 6 or 7, I think? 6 years old. I'm liking this sharing of knowledge going on in the chat here. Thank you, guys. And also, Brad, I need you to be aware of one thing. I call people on this channel Brads when they're being annoying or upsetting people for no reason. I don't mean you. You are undoing the name. I'm gonna have to come up with a better name. I'm sorry about that. Can I call him Darb? Darbs. I'm gonna start calling them Darbs since you're actually in my chat helping people. I'll change that. That's not your fault. That's another Brad's fault. I'll start calling him Darb. I swear, ever since I had a problem with a dude named Brad, all of a sudden, all these really nice Brads start popping up in my life. You guys are doing a good job. Good job at undoing the name. We'll switch it. People that are annoying in the chat will now be called Darb. All right? It's backwards, if you didn't catch that. Darb and Brad. That wasn't the Brad I had a problem with. So maybe Brad Dorfman's a good dude. I don't know. The Brad I had a problem with looks like the before picture from a Bosley commercial. So if that doesn't help you out, I don't know what it is. God, I need to stop being insulting. hoverboard. No, but I can make you a skateboard and you can try to make it into a hoverboard. Just order a board at lifeskateboard.com. No, we don't have a bowl at this location. We had a bowl up at the shop in Muncie. We still own that location. There's some guys that have keys to it, and then I do public sessions every once in a while. Haven't done one in a very long time. I've just been extremely busy. Yeah, so that is where the shop used to be. We still own that location. We just don't make boards there. I'll be real honest with you. Making boards in the same place that the bowl was made the bowl extremely slick, but it was front. Lifeskateboard.com. That's lifeskateboard.com. You're going to find hundreds of shapes on there. And if you have any custom questions, you can either reach out to me on Ask Days with Casper and I'll relay it to the owner, Sam Koch, or you can use the contact information on the website to contact Sam directly. I know in the past we have made a long pan head and put a datum in so that somebody could put a motor in. If you have something creative you're trying to do with the board, just let us know. We'll try to work something out with you. I'm sure. Sam's a good dude. Great, great carpenter. Great woodworker. I'm sure he works something out with you. Just want you to be aware that customs are expensive. Anything we already have a shape for is going to be your best price option. But you can make these boards pretty expensive. If you want to add wheel wells, you can add extra plies, you can do all kinds of stuff. That's part of the customization here. So that's the cool part about us doing everything in-house. We have control over every step of the process, so we can make it unique for you. If anybody's being encouraged to not watch this stream right now, it means go outside and skate. Get a life and then skate. I'm gonna stop yelling. That was really, really painful. That was a poor decision. By the way, these are called Life Skateboards. So when you buy one, you want to tell your friends to get one, you can yell get a life at them, but I'm not gonna yell again. That was very painful and exhausting. Damn it. Thank you, Brad. We're only 5 away from 200 likes on there. If you guys want to double tap the screen for me, share it with your friends if you enjoy it. If you got a fun friend name, never mind, we're not going to do that. Great job, Earl. Thank you. This is what I love, when the chat just starts filling with logic. Thank you, guys. That was me. That was an excited, whatever that was. I don't know. Don't question me on it. Oh, you guys are rad. All right, so we're gonna take these. Oh man, like I said, guys, I am sick today, so this is a little bit difficult for me to continue here. Hey everybody, how about this? You guys are gonna bear with me for a moment while I call the boss man and find out if one of these needs to be shaped or if I can continue the next couple days here. 1 second. Thanks. That's a neat opinion right there, bud. I didn't know why you chose to share here. Yeah, there you go, Earl. If I get back here, if I find out the 2 boards aren't ordered, I'm going to be patiently waiting for when you guys need to. We do need sunshine. Real quick before I step out, I will show you the reason that I'm feeling sick. We just keep having horrible, horrible weather out here, dude. It was like snowing and then raining and then snowing and then cold. And I mean, look at this. That's nasty. It sucks. Oh, for sure, Earl. Yeah, and if you want a collage, just let us know in the notes. If you want me to personally do the collage, you just got to put Casper collage in the notes after you select a collage. 1 second here, and I will be right back. Didn't get a response right away, so we're just going to keep on trudging along here. Hopefully Sam will hop on the live and we can just answer it that way. How's that sound? The mics are disconnected. There we go. Hey, congratulations, Vincent. Never quit. That's the cool thing about skateboarding. You never have to stop. Just stick with it forever. Do whatever makes you happy on your skateboard and never quit. You never have to stop. Congratulations. That is a big point in skateboarding, is when you learn how to drop in. And it's something you never lose, too. Learning early is a great idea. A little bit more here. Man, I hope you get better, Amber. There we go. That's good there. All right, let's get this respirator and get going. You're in Orlando. Yeah, snow does suck. I bet you're having a good time down there. I need to take a trip down south sometime. I have not been down that far since I was a kid. Am I rocking a festive beanie? Is it festive? I don't know. This used to be a Skate Bus Midwest hat. If you don't know Skate Bus Midwest, you better go check them out of Fort Wayne. Love those guys. Jaden is rad. So is Luke. Not the Luke from my channel. The other Luke. Ooh, this guy's pink. Go ahead and do 3 popsicles this time. Oh, it would not be self-explanatory because this is burgundy.
ugly sweaters for the lives around Christmas time? Should I stock up on ugly sweaters for you guys? Does that sound like a good idea? I think I have one. Just one though. I don't have a lot. Hey Amber, thank you so much. Yeah, I'll stock up on them. What do you prefer on your skateboard? I personally like Speed Lab wheels. I really like those a lot, but Wheel did something really, really cool with their technology. If you're trying to travel somewhere with those, awesome. At one point, I thought that they were just for point A to point B, but man, that Icelandic Iceman dude they have on their team, he is absolutely killing it with those shark wheels. It's wild. Ooh. Alrighty. Let's get over here to this one, and we will take 3 of these guys through here. And bear with me here. It does look a little red on camera, doesn't it? But, I mean, everything in this room is like some form of burgundy and not red. So, it's probably throwing everything off. You're right. Alright, I'm going to shape these. And I'm sorry, guys. I am moving super slow right now. Oh, not feeling very well at all. But I can't get anybody sick making skateboards, so I might as well just power through it, right? Alrighty. Me and the owner work here, just the 2 of us. Sam cuts out all the shapes. He makes all the templates. He applies the majority of the graphics. All that fun stuff. Just the 2 of us. 2 guys, 4 hands, and 18 fingers. I'm not going to explain that. I'm just going to let you guys live with it. I'll give you a hint, though. like these strings to hang out at all. In fact, after I'm done with this nose right here, I'm going to tie them back. I thought shoving them in my coat would work, but that is a no. Sorry if you guys are having to listen to me breathe too. Having a hard time today. All right. And we're back to it. And a couple more here to do this with, and hit them on the orbital. It looks like there are 4 more over there to shape. Let's see if I can get those done. A pretty large question on there. When I switch over to the nose and tail, I'll check what that says for you. What did you say there? It's really cold and scared old school. Oh, Jason? Brad? Yes. Real quick, we're talking about Tom Schaar's part because wow.
That was insane. What's really cool is I've known about the wall ride at FDR and the disaster at FDR for a long time, and Bam told me I couldn't talk about it, so I'm so stoked that the video part came out, because now I can talk about it. That disaster he did on the wall ride at FDR. What? If you've been there, it makes no sense. Like, I don't understand it. He absolutely killed it. I've been having to be quiet about it this whole time because Bam sent me a clip of it, and then I was like, hey, can I post stuff? And he was like, nope, not at all. It's a secret. So I had to keep a secret, and now Tom Schaar has an amazing part out. Oh, it was awesome. It's insane. It's insane, man. When I went to FDR and I went over to that wall, first of all, the support that you roll in on is held up by a pile that looks like it's gonna fall apart if you touch it. It's insane. And then the wall itself is just a straight vertical wall that a little bit of skill went into the transition on there, but man, some of that stuff at FDR is just literally slapped up. It's so crusty, it's so fun, it's awesome. So seeing Tom Schaar's clip has been insane. It has been insane. Oh, Jason, he didn't want me to post it because then I would be, or talk about it, because then I would be kind of taking the wind out of the sails of Tom Schaar's part, and I would never want to do that to somebody that put out such a iconic part. Like, it's insane. I mean, he goes from, and then there's the clips at BurnQuest ramp. It's just insane. Just the versatility of that man is wild. I love it. That's real skateboarding right there. I love it. Sorry, you guys got me on a good tangent there.
Good job. Good job. It was so cool. One more to shape like this. I do want to go skate. I wish I wasn't sick today, guys. It stinks. I got to skate yesterday, but yeah, I love it. Everybody listen to Brad right there. He is doing a favor for Brads everywhere, being encouraging to people. Listen, if you have the ability to go out and skate, take your phone, turn it off, go skate, okay? You can watch me make skateboards any day. But if you're stuck at home and you're enjoying this, keep watching it. But if you have the opportunity to go skate, put your phone down and go skate. Get this nose and tail, and then we'll be over to the Orbital where I can see the chat a little bit easier. I hit that switch and I did not. All right, let's catch up with you guys here. Fat Pop, do it. It's such a crazy video, isn't it? The revert to disaster, yeah. So, I mean, the revert was... There's no coping on that ramp. I mean, think about it. It's the underside of an overpass. So we had to just kind of float up there. From the moment you don't see extra concrete on that thing, that is vert. That is vert, isn't it? Oh, Fat Pop, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. You missed me talking shit on that. You missed me talking shit on nanotubes earlier, dude. I'm sorry. The truck holes don't line up on your board? Ah, that's crazy. That's wild. getting worse as the day goes here, guys. So bear with me, and thank you guys that are being patient with me moving slow today and having a hard time staying on topic. But I'm gonna want to take the mics off and step in the next room to take this respirator off for the last step here. And then we've got 4 boards left. I think I can power through it all. Give myself the next couple days to recover from whatever sickness I'm down with at the moment. And it's not a fun sickness. It's not, I promise. It sucks. Who really better than Tony Hawk? I don't know. You should probably check current skateboarders. Even Tony Hawk will tell you that he struggled in his street contests outside of Vert. But he still did it.
Ooh, let me go, be right back, guys. I've got a mic on in the other room now. Just told you I'm pretty sick today, so. Trying to be a little less gross for you guys on camera than reality is right now. Whew. All right. Let's get you guys plus at least while you're sitting over here too. Architect flip? No, you want to describe it for me? Has it been renamed since then? Because remember, while Rodney Mullen did pretty much invent everything in skateboarding, names have changed over time. For example, the kickflip was called a magic flip when he invented it. But sorry if I'm missing your guys' questions in there. Remember, I am at work. I'm trying to keep up as best I can. Was the best, definitely. So in my opinion, Tony Hawk was probably the person that pushed skateboarding into growth the farthest. I mean, he pushed for it really hard. I have no clue what I've got, but remember guys, I'm an addict in recovery, so I spent a long time of my life being sick and going to work anyway, and it was my fault, so it's a lot easier for me to go to work when it's not my fault and I'm feeling sick. Who's better than Tony Hawk? Let's see. I mean, do we want to go by spins? Because, why am I... Mitchy Brusco did the 10... Was that 1020? Is that 1020? What's after 900? 1080? I'm sorry. It was 1080 and then... Yeah, I'm not feeling too well. Math is not working in my head right now. I apologize. So it's real. I mean, it's all subjective. But you're right, David. I mean, obviously, top legendary status, all that. But yeah, absolutely, I agree with you 100% there, David. Now, the person that sold out skateboarders. Let's do a little trivia here. This is not my opinion. This is the title of a movie about the things that happen in the skateboarding industry. Who is the man who sold the world? I'll let you guys answer in the chat while I'm finishing this up. Who is the man who sold the world? S-O-U-L. I think is how they spelled it in the movie. We're talking about skateboarding. Nope. We're talking about skateboarding, not music. Although, yeah, the man who sold the world is a... Wait. Isn't that Sliver? Nope. Way before Nigel Houston. Way before Nigel Houston. There we go. Jeff, you got it right. Steve Rocco, the first man in the skateboarding industry No. We're talking about Steve Rocco, the first person in the skateboarding industry. There's a movie called that sold his company on the stock market. There's a movie called The Man Who Sold the World about world industries being sold. Nah, Bam is rad. Bam didn't sell anything. Rocco sold his entire company on the question was, who is the man who sold the world in skateboarding? And that would be Steve Rocco. I love Bam. He's a rad dude. I don't think he hurt skateboarding in any way, shape, or form. There you go, Rocco. Hi there, Colorado. If you like to be stupid, you can go ahead and call Festool and ask them how their vacuum system works. Thank you. But it should tell you a little bit that I not only had this prepared for your question, but this is a mirrored screen. So this is written backwards. That's how prepared I was for you. Cool, and I make skateboards. If your mother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. I don't really understand what you're It is pretty fun. Colorado, I don't have a bad attitude. I'm just really annoyed by people that think they can hop onto somebody that's at work and tell them how to do their job. Once again, if you think I have a bad attitude because you got made a fool of you by me preparing this statement for you, that's on you, not me. Be nice? Hey, I want to be careful here. Of course, Earl, I will continue to do that. I'm sorry if I missed any questions. Casper's keeper is really good at keeping up with questions. I'm good at being a smartass to people. You know it, man. I had to do it backwards. That's how prepared I was for that. What's wild is usually when I like somebody that's annoying me on the scale, they will go take the time to log into another account on their day off just to express how I didn't bother them. I'm just doing my job here, guys. Watch this. Boop. 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 It's that easy. It's that easy. I had to prepare, you know what I mean? Hi there, G. What drug are you on that makes you think I care about your opinion? Boop. Boop. Hit the wrong person. I try, man. I try to be. It's fun. And I got a short fuse while I'm sick here, so. Well, see, Earl, it's just the internet. It's how it works. It's so fun, man. Like, it's so easy. Boop! And then they're gone. And then they have to do extra effort to come in here. Hi there, Fiddle. So what Fiddle is referring to is Ron Allen's short-lived company from the 90s, branch off of H Street, Life Skateboards, which was a brand. If you'd like, we can go talk to Ron Allen. I hang out with him once a year over in Cleveland, Ohio. He's seen these boards. He's pretty stoked on them. Life as a company and a board manufacturer was a skate shop in the early 2000s because skateboarding and sobriety gave the owner a new life, and that's what it is. Nothing's getting ripped off. It is what it is. But it's 150. I apologize. Oh, because people like to hate on people that are doing things when they're not doing something. Yeah, we finished to a 150. If it goes any finer, our ink, the block, when it has ink on it, tries to slide around when we apply the graphic. It's all right. I'm used to people hating. It's just what it is. When you start creating things and you put it out there and give people the opportunity to talk about it, they're sitting at home realizing that they had the opportunity to do the same thing or try to do the same thing, and they didn't do it. So instead of like taking this as inspiration to go and do it, they take it as a shot at them for being lazy or not having the initiative to go and do something. I really hope that the people that get bothered by that kind of wake up and realize that I'm hoping to inspire you to do something, not getting angry at you for sitting down. Have I heard of C-Rat? Yes, they are rad. If I could watch their staining process, like those boards are so cool. What's our website? Lifeskateboard.com. Sorry that we've had all these little side tangents here today, guys. I am sick, which means my brain is not working at full capacity. I'm doing all right today. Thank you so much. Yeah, misery does love company. Seriously, and what LO there is referring to is a company called C-Rat. Now, I haven't seen their pressing. I've only seen their shaping, and it's really, really cool. But I've also seen their stains on their boards. It looks like splatters, like very, very clean splatters of dye, which is very hard to achieve, and I've never watched it. So they're really cool. I really love them. Yeah, once again, and we're gonna get into this before, non-wood construction boards were made to fill the voids that a poorly built all-wood construction board made. So the industry has been cutting corners for a long time. Shout out to the guys that are using other stuff to make a board last longer, but you couldn't just perfect the process instead of cutting corners. Oh yes, we do press these. And before we move along here, we do hand-carved lino blocks for our graphics here at Life Skateboards. So I'll go ahead and take you guys in quickly. So I actually don't show the graphic application process on the lives, but I try to show you guys on shorts, and I'll explain that in a minute here, but I'm going to go through what we have in here. So here's our veneer. So you're going to have 7 pieces of vertical ply here, and I'm so sorry, guys, I'm sick. Forgive me for misspeaking. You're going to have 5 pieces of vertical plies and 2 horizontal plies called crossbands. Those get glued together by hand so that we can give you full glue coverage on every side of every ply inside of your skateboard, and then they go into these presses. This guy here is our wide press, and this is our long press. So this and this have the same exact concave. This guy just has kicks that are further apart. In the top of our long press, we have our youth mold. So this is where our boards that are for the kiddos are, and where they come from. They've got a really deep concave, but the kicks are closer together. These are our boards for a standard 925 and below. This is a mold for mellow, so the same size as this with a mellow concave. This is our monster press, our monster mold here. This is 15 inches wide. And then this is our longboard mold. So this is the center part of it here. And this is the two concaves. We've got a drop down and a flat right here. So how long do they sit? They are under pressure for 24 hours and then they cure for 7 days before the shape is cut out. After they cure for 7 days, Sam, the boss man, puts the truck holes in right here, attaches one of these templates to it, and then cuts out the shape right here. And that's when I get these stacks like this. So when I come into work, I just see a big stack of boards to shape. I believe you're referring to Don Pendleton's graphics from Alien Workshop. He started to continue making board graphics for darkroom skateboards, which is no longer around. But those guys were, if I'm remembering correctly, they were making videos for Hulk Rips for a while, really good skateboarders. And since darkroom's not a thing, I've been seeing Hulk Rips kind of pop back. Really like those skateboarders, those out of Cincinnati, really good people. But Don Pendleton does do some really cool artwork. In fact, boop, got some on my shoes. Yeah, Kenneth, but now the reason that I don't show you guys the graphic application process, we're in a metal building right here. See that building right there? Upstairs, right there? That's where the graphics are applied. But if I start walking over there, we are going to lose Wi-Fi. I'll lose you guys. So I try to make videos of it, but just what it is. We're in a big metal box, so a little bit harder to do that. Of course, I'm glad I was able to explain it to you. Oh, shoot. Dropping stuff. All right, now I'm gonna get back to that thing that I get paid to do. My job. Also, hey, Travis, I'm gonna there's some rules in here. If you say cool beans, you need to spell it all the way out. It's cool beans, all right? That's important, and it's gonna be okay though. Hey, awesome. I like Fingerboard production because you guys have the versatility to actually use like exotic woods and split veneer and stuff like that without splitting the board. So I really do like that process, especially since you guys can use exotic. That's rad. Cold beans. All right, come on now. No cold beans here. Cool beans. Oh yeah, fingerboarding is a thing. Somebody gave me a complete fingerboard when I broke my leg, and that was when I learned I suck at fingerboarding. It probably has something to do with me missing knuckles, but I actually have somebody made a fingerboard replica of one of my shapes, and it's in the next room. There we go. David gets it. David and Kenneth just combined together to make the coolest interaction that's happened in my chat yet. What do I think of Fingerboard's collaborations with skateboards? So, I mean, it's two completely different things. However, I think it's really cool when some of these guys make replicas. For example, if you want to look up Robotop on Instagram, about 2 weeks after we made my second version of the shape, he made this. Now, really quickly, before I pull it up to the screen, this is how small this thing is, okay? Tiny. Look at this. That is how detailed he was with my graphic. Absolutely beautiful. This has been on the wall since he did it for me. Looks like 2023 was when he made this for us. It's really, really cool. So what do I think of it? I think it's a really cool nod to the companies that make it. But check him out. That's Robotop on Instagram. Really cool kid out of the UK. has done a lot of the heroin shapes. He's done our 1010. He's done our aggro. He's done the evil beamer. He's even done some like weird one-off funky shapes, like the board with a bunch of holes in it that people made. And then he always just absolutely blows that graphic away. It's insane. I'm really, really stoked that I stumbled upon him on Instagram. When I saw that he made that fingerboard, I had to have it. So I bought it. And I also bought the 1010 of our shape that he made and gave it to my boss as a gift. It's up in the printing and shipping studio. Hi there, Smooth Operator. So there are other people that exist besides the only celebrity that you know that's white with face tattoos. Some of us look a lot different. I think Post Malone's probably a pretty cool dude. I don't know him personally, but I've only heard good things about him. However, we all do look a little bit different. So I'm sorry that you don't know anyone that has face tattoos that's white besides that guy. But we'll go ahead and let you know. Bye-bye. Thank you. It's that easy, man. Dude, yeah, because I got that comment a lot, and that's where I came up with that, where it's like, clearly you just don't know anything. It's so fun. You guys give me practice. It's great. It's whatever makes you guys smile, I'm here for it. When you guys support me, I'll do whatever it can. Thank you, Felix. Does he have blue eyes? I don't know. I've just seen him be super nice to fans, and I love it. I didn't pay attention to him at all until people started comparing me to him on my lives. So I started looking him up and I was like, number one, I don't think I look like him. But two, like, he's a really nice guy. So weird. Yeah, he seems like he's super down to earth and nice to his fans, so more power to him, I guess. All right, Colonel Mustard. Is it the facial hair? I need to check it out. All right, that's a new one. That's a new one. Casper's Keeper, are you in the chat? And if so, do I look like Colonel Mustard? And is that why you're gonna marry me? Have you been obsessed with Colonel Mustard since you played Clue as a kid? And you've been looking at for me? You may have just uncovered a plot, dude. You uncovered Casper's Keeper's plot to be with Colonel Mustard. Little did she know, this Colonel Mustard is very poor. I love you guys. I love Blue too. See, dude, David, you are rad. I like you. I like having you in the chat here. Make sure you subscribe so you can get on these chats all the time. All right, David. I think it's time to question Casper's Keeper. All right? She doesn't know who Colonel Mustard is. Really? Really? Come on. We all played Clue. You know what? When I get home, we're playing Clue. I think we have a mini version of it. Yeah, we need to question her. This is important. This is very important. If you guys don't know, Casper's Keeper is the love of my life. She's sitting at home right now, keeping you guys in line while she keeps me in line. Thank you. This is actually, so somebody said this is a nice sander. It's actually a pretty cheap one. DeWalt is a good sander. It's going to last a long time. We have a Festool vacuum system here, and the reason we don't use a Festool Orbital is because I am putting strain on the pad and the Orbital itself when I go around to fix the rail. So these go through hundreds of boards before we have to replace them, but it's much easier to replace a cheap DeWalt than it is the actual Festool sander. So good point. The Ridiculous Six, yeah, that is a good movie. I'm sorry to anyone this upsets, but Adam Sandler movies are funny to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, we've Sam set this up. We've had this board operation since 2012. I'm in it? Yeah, you're right. Wait, who am I? Thank you. So these aren't cruisers. These actually aren't skateboards. These are the templates that will become skateboards. So this is how the shapes are cut out. The boards that you're looking at right here, from right about here to here, those are all youth boards. We've got over 100 shapes on our website. Remember, a cruiser is defined by what trucks and wheels you put on a board. So go to lifeskateboard.com, check us out, and we'll get you exactly what you want. These guys are just popsicles right here. This is for Life Skateboards, and you can get these boards at lifeskateboard.com. We just went through a stack of shapes. We offer a ton of shapes here at Life Skateboards. I've been making skateboards for the last 4 years, I think. Sam, the owner and operator who taught me, who cuts out all the template shapes and applies the majority of the graphics, has been doing this since 2012. Outside of the youth board. Yeah, I mean, even though, so that one on the right there is the bottlenose, and then there's a shorter one next to it. The one on the left, actually, I don't know why I'm saying right and left. This is all mirrored to you guys. Then the other side is the dump truck. But again, a cruiser is defined by what trucks and wheels you put on the board and what you use it for. All of our boards have extremely deep concave all the way to the wheel flares. So even our 14.6-inch wide boards are skatable and fun. Recently, I posted a short of Chuck Bennett nollie flipping the 13.6-inch triple XL panhead with 13-inch trucks on it. I've also tray flipped that board. You got to go pretty far back into the shorts to see that one. But yeah, it sucks because there's a lot of shapes on the market right now that don't have decent concave, so it gives people the idea that like everything shaped is a cruiser. So I'm not sitting here calling somebody out for the using cruiser incorrectly, because it's not your fault. You know what I mean? Some of those bigger boards on the market don't have good concave and they're almost unskatable. Not unskatable, but can't do much besides carve with them. So we try to make sure that whatever we make is going to be functional for you. Sorry about my rant there. What got me into board making? Opportunity and dreams. I mean, I always thought that it would be a dream to make skateboards. I was cutting old boards into shapes. I had worked in the industry, and I think I was 4 years sober at the time from alcohol. I was still smoking pot and doing other things, but this company has a big push about sobriety. Sam is sober and the entire company is sober. So he knew about me. They needed somebody for the shop. I gave him a call when I saw that. I made some very serious life changes, and I've been here ever since. I love it. My first board sponsor instilled in me that sometimes skateboarding isn't always riding on a skateboard. And it really makes me happy that everything I do now involves skateboarding in one way, shape, or form. It makes me happy, and skateboarding makes me happy. Working in the skateboarding industry makes me happy, and it's what keeps me going. I think I just repeated myself over and over and over again. It definitely is. It was a lot of help from my boss on the smoking part of that, and then the drinking part of that was reaching my rock bottom. That's for sure. Had I not gotten sober, I definitely wouldn't be talking to you guys right now. It would probably be a little hard to talk to you guys through 6 feet of dirt. That's why I'm pretty open about talking about my sobriety and my experience with addiction. Hoping that some other people can avoid that dirt nap and get better. Thank you, David. Well, the cool thing is that I did have one person by my side the entire time through active addiction, helping me through my early recovery, both of them helping me. And that would be Casper's keeper. It's in the chat right there. Definitely wouldn't be alive if she wasn't by my side through all that. Love you, babe. Thank you. All right. And that's up to you, man. When it comes to that, I personally, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not speaking for the company. I'm not speaking for anybody else. When it comes to smoking, it was something where it was slowing me down. It was part of my daily routine. It was kind of killing my motivation. I could take a lot more naps, do a lot less in a day. And I really didn't see it that much as a problem until, like, honestly, the thing that made me realize it was a problem was I was having the phone call about this job, and Sam said something about, like, hey, do you smoke? And I was like, yeah. He said, would you quit? And my first thought was like, I can hide it. And that thought kind of resonated with me, like, dang, dude, this is your dream job, and you won't put down a plant for it. And so we talked about it, and I just kind of realized that I needed help with it, and talked to Sam about it. And I used valerian root to help with the vivid dreams that came right afterwards, the PTSD dreams and things like that. Took some sleep aids that worked pretty well. Theanine helped a lot. And for me personally, I am more productive with it, but I can't judge somebody else's life. So that's just my personal opinion. I'm not going to push that on anybody else. I'm only going to share my story. So vestibule, I don't know what the word is either. I sure do remember you, Carson. All right, guys, so I'm going to shape a couple more here. We've got 4 boards left. Whew. I am really struggling to hold it together here. Let me go see if I can. I think I've got a drink in the other room. So do I have some water in here? No. Where's my bottle of water? I got one somewhere. Ah, there it is. Forgot where I set my bottle of water. All right. So I am struggling here a little bit, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to scratch that. Dang it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, yeah, I did. I really wish I could kick it. I hit the wrong, dang it. I'm sorry, dude. Didn't mean to do that, David. Yeah, I really wish I could kick that too. That's my last thing. But I do need water. And I will be doing that. But anyway, we're gonna continue here.
Sorry about that, David. Also, everybody real quick, Bathtub Larry, right there in the chat, day 1 subscriber. The lore that will come from Bathtub Larry, it's going to be fun. Enjoy it. Anyway, so we are going to be doing this Texican inspired hybrid here. This is going to be pretty cool. These are going to be square topped, so you're not going to see me route the top of this board. Give me 1 second here, guys. Checking this belt here. Making sure there's no tears in it. I was hearing a weird noise. Yep. We're good. I sure hope I feel better too. Bathtub Larry, you're going to have a much larger audience to be doing this in front of now, just so you're aware. Just so you know. So what I'm doing now is grabbing a higher grit for the Orbital. Obviously that belt can't get in here, and we need to bring this to a 90 here to be able to round off the bottom. No way, what? Yes, I am. Awesome. That was an excited no way. That's pretty cool. So yep, this is Life Skateboards. We use maple, Great Lakes or Canadian. All right. So like I said, this guy is square topped. I'm gonna fix that mic. You guys are gonna watch just the bottom of this get rounded off, and then I will be very lightly cleaning up the top edge. You know it. Yeah, that's where I keep spiders. Sometimes you gotta keep your friends happy, and I'm friends with a lot of spiders. Oh. Where's the dust vacuum on the thing that I'm wearing a respirator for? Thank you so much for the support, gang. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, I wear a respirator on the parts of this system here where I don't have a vacuum system hooked up to it, in case you guys were wondering. This is some magic right here, isn't it? So we don't want to round off that top edge too much on these steps here. We just really want to focus on cleaning up this bottom edge. Let's go over to the Mac wheel, and then we will finish where I will explain square top boards a little bit more. Oops. Oh yeah, somebody on this board, that's for sure. Shapes are fun. I'll explain the shape a little bit further in a moment here as well. All right, set these boards down over here.
All right. So, you were talking about the shape of this board. I'm confused. What's going on here? Who are the sum? I'm sorry, Janky. I don't remember what I said. I'm a little sick today, so I'm keeping up with it. So this shape here is our Texican inspired hybrid. If you're not familiar with what the Texican name is, Texican Skates was a board maker out of Texas. Frank Garner was the owner and operator of that. He was making some really cool, really unique boards. Frank unfortunately passed away, may he rest in peace. And we hope that we are keeping his customers happy by letting that legacy live on. This is for one of those customers that needed something the same. And he always square topped those for him, so that's what we do here for him. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead with the Orbital and get all of this cleaned up, and then you guys are gonna see how I handle the bottom, how I handle the square top here. Oh, I'm so sorry, Felix. We are located in Indiana. Yeah, is that surprising? Smack dab in the middle of the U.S., 20 minutes east of Indianapolis. It's backwards, but it's right there. Wait, Sam's in here? All right, everybody. Owner and operator of Life Skateboards is in the chat, and that would be Sam right there. Thank you, Sam. Most people would be like, dang, my boss is watching me work. I'm like, yay, my boss is watching me work. Everybody say hi to Sam. Say thank you for Life Skateboards, Sam. I love it. I love what I do, and it makes me happy, so. I mean, essentially, I'm a toy maker, so. You can buy these boards at lifeskateboard.com. That'll be lifeskateboard.com. And if you guys remember earlier when I said that these boards are made by 2 guys, 4 hands and 18 fingers, that's the culprit right there. You're watching from Bulgaria? Wow, thank you for tuning in. Of it. A couple weeks later, the hands clasped and prayer graphic available at Life Skateboards. Those are Sam's actual hands. Unfortunately, links do not work on this live, and I cannot figure out how to get them to pop up on screen or work or anything like that. There are links in my channel to the website. Sam, just remember who Bathtub Larry is. Bathtub Larry has been on this channel since the beginning. He is just going to be there. No arguing with Bathtub Larry. Bathtub Larry is always right. He's been there since day one. I don't know why he was watching my grainy, horrible lives at one point, but man, has he been here the whole time. I love it. He'll convert you to a McRib. Oh, Sam pays me very fairly for the hours that I work. You guys can bump those hours up by ordering boards at lifeskateboard.com. Recommendations for a cruiser board: make sure you get big soft wheels and risers, and then you can make any board a cruiser board. See, and this is why we love Bathtub Larry in the chat. I love you guys. You guys are great. That was funny. It makes me laugh when I go back to it. 150 is the finished grid on this. If we go any higher than that, the Lino blocks that we print the graphics with like to slide around on them. So this is the sweet spot for graphic application. Good questions though. I'm not sure if Sam's in here anymore or not. There he is. Thank you, Sam. See, we all need a Bathtub Larry update every once in a while. So now that this is all cleaned up, what I'm gonna do is what we do on our square top boards here. So this top edge is sharp. This was a customer request to keep this top edge sharp. Some companies call them razor tops, we call them square tops. If that was just as sharp as could be, as soon as this board lands upside down, it's gonna shear that off. So I like to come around with the Orbital disc that I just used and kind of clean it up without changing that square top shape on there. Just kind of blunt it out just a tiny bit. And you can feel the difference. Obviously you guys can't. Now, why would you want your board square top? It gives you an extra little lip to flick off of. It also makes the board, because it extends that concave up just a tiny bit, so it makes it feel like your feet are hugged in there. And if you want this done, you just gotta let us know. And the reason I don't use the Orbital on this is because I do not want to take away that razor square top on there. I just want to kind of take the tiniest bit of material off of there. And I have found that this is much easier to do by hand. Sam, I mean, yeah, we can definitely over clear coat your board for you. Now, water and skateboards are not a good mix, though. No, we don't. All right, this guy's ready right here. I clean this up here. Cool thing about doing it by hand is I can get real detailed. There's that. All right, so this is a razor-topped Texican-inspired hybrid. Pretty cool. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and end up out of here. I was wondering why you didn't get to the router. Yeah, so it only routed the bottom one. So that's where we just leave the top square for you. It's true. It's true. Man, you guys are great. Thank you guys for interacting with Larry there. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. I gotta make a phone call, and then we'll see what's going on here. Thank you guys for sticking with me. Thank you guys for bearing with me being sick all day. Make sure you go to lifeskateboard.com, check us out. Larry rules. Get a life. Subscribe for me if you can, and there is a link to my my Patreon's on there. If you want to support, you can become a member. But there is a link to a Discord. I try to put updates on there as much as I can. I am very new to Discord. Casper's keeper is helping me out as much as she can. And I will be back in the next couple of days. I think I'm just gonna go and try to grab some soup on my way home or something. Awesome. Yep. So I have that link on my channel there. If you join the general Discord, we can talk about mods and things like that. But I generally just want to kind of have a place where I can update you all. Grab a McRib, get a life, and don't get sick. It sucks. It's not fun. Have a good day, guys. Thank you, guys. Love you. Be nice. Go make somebody smile. Go skate.